Hi, I'm Tiffany Domino. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my website is howtoentrepreneur.org, and my mission is to help you grow a business from idea to enterprise. So if you or someone you know wants to start or grow a business, definitely stop by howtoentrepreneur.org and check out my free course. It's a framework to grow your business from idea to full-time income, and from full-time income to enterprise if that's how far you want to go. So today I want to talk to you about what is an e-commerce website. So we'll be talking about what it is and how to make one. So if you've ever asked what is an e-commerce website, then you're in the right place. We'll be discussing what it is and how to build one in this video. So did you know that 61.6% of internet users have bought products or services online? Since its inception in the 1960s, a growing number of people have flocked to use the internet. From a very basic vantage point, I could answer the question, what is an e-commerce website, by explaining that it's a place consumers go to purchase products and services online. However, if you'd like more of an explanation, that's what this video will be for. So let's keep going. So in the 1990s, a ban was lifted, allowing the internet to be used for commercial purposes, and people like Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, or Pierre Omidyar, hopefully I said that right, founder of eBay, led a huge growth movement in the e-commerce space. So with the growing number of internet users and the growing supply from e-commerce stores, that has come with a growing number of e-commerce enthusiasts. So consumers see the convenience of purchasing things online, then having them arrive on their doorsteps just moments or even a few days later. They see that as a huge convenience. And if you want to, you can tap into the growth and the demand of the e-commerce space. So there's some obvious e-commerce players, and the obvious players are Amazon and eBay, and there's quite a few others. These companies have seen exponential growth since the early 2000s when they started. In less than 30 years, Jeff Bezos has outpaced Bill Gates as the richest man in the world. That's a lot of proof that the e-commerce space is growing in interest. Statistics show an expected rise of $523 billion by 2020. So while Amazon and eBay are huge, the growing demand makes more and more room for e-commerce startups to have great opportunities online. And some startup entrepreneurs are choosing to do business with Amazon by using Amazon FBA or Amazon affiliate program, and others are buying items and selling them on eBay. So being sellers on Amazon or eBay is a viable business model for many people. But in addition to selling through Amazon or eBay, you can also set up an e-commerce store on your own land. So using Amazon or eBay can make you money, but it's like rented land. When you sell through your own website, people would become accustomed to your brand distinct from Amazon or eBay, and you could create a long-standing relationship with customers through your email list or direct mailing unparalleled to what you'd be able to do on someone else's site. So while Amazon and eBay are good opportunities, you won't own the customer relationship like you could if you start an e-commerce store on your own website. So in order to create a fully sustainable business, you want to guard and nurture your customer relationships. And for this reason, some companies start out on Amazon or eBay, then they diversify or completely switch to their own self-hosted sites. So let's talk about how you would go about creating an e-commerce website. So if you decide to create an e-commerce website, these are the steps that I would recommend, and it's 4 steps. First, you would choose an interest. So after you've decided on creating an e-commerce website, then you want to choose an interest. So you can create a niche e-commerce website or an authority site, but you want to choose a target, a category that you'd be that you be selling your products around. So I recommend analyzing the demand of the product and niche you are interested in selling and verifying it will sell to meet your financial goals before going further to set up the website. So I did a previous video called How to Decide What to Sell to Make Money Online, and that article is also here. So I've linked that in this article, and I'll leave a link to this article in the description box below so you can come back to How to Entrepreneur and check out any of the resources or the links that are included here. So when you're choosing an interest, you can choose to go into women's fashion, kids fashion. Maybe you choose little girls. You could choose headbands. You can choose to sell food. You can choose all kinds of different interests that you sell from your e-commerce site, but you want to choose what that interest is for you. And I'll show you some examples a little later on so you can see some e-commerce, some self-hosted e-commerce sites. So I recommend setting up a website using WordPress and hosting the website with SiteRubic. So if you're on a tight budget, you can start off on a free website if you want. But if you want people to take your business seriously, you definitely want to upgrade to a paid domain. A paid domain costs anywhere on average between about $11 to $15. That's an average. And the hosting can range in price, but the number one hosting I recommend costs $359 per year. So $359 per year or $49 per month. So you really get a 40% discount if you go with the annual. But like I said, you can start off free and you can upgrade from there. So after your site is set up, you want to install the plugin WooCommerce. So you can set up your site right from here if you're going with the free site, and then later you can have that if you decide you like the website builder, you like the process, you're really comfortable with it, then you can transfer that over to a paid domain and the site support will do that for you. So after your site is set up, then you want to install this plugin. So you can actually follow along with me if you want. Set up your free site, add the WooCommerce plugin, and WooCommerce actually powers 42% of all e-commerce websites online. And Magento and Shopify are the major competitors, but they leave those behind by far. The numbers speak for themselves and solidify that WooCommerce is a good option to add to power your e-commerce store. So step 3, after you have your site up, you can source the products from Amazon or Alibaba, or you can create the products on your own. And so after you've chosen where you'll source your products, you want to load the images and the sales content into your WooCommerce product pages and make sure the sales content describes the product clearly and the benefits it offers to the customers. So here goes a good example of a WooCommerce website. So this is a website that's selling meat. So they have a nice landing page so you can see the meat that they sell and it looks really tasty. So as you can see, they deliver the meat fresh to your door, and you can actually pick right here and it takes you to a product page. So you see how they have their sales copy here, or the words that tell you about the product. Porter and York's flat iron is aged 28 days for a hearty beef flavor and premium tenderness. Our butchers hand cut, trim, and fully clean our steaks the day we ship them to you. So you can see they have even more information here, and you can get a good idea of what exactly you'll be getting. They have images and all this. This is what you would have to add to your site after you install the WooCommerce plugin, you will have to add the images, you will have to add the wording, you will have to set up your shopping cart and all those functions. But after that, you'd have an e-commerce website that people can come to and buy products. Okay, so that was one example. So you can see that at that previous example with Porter and York, they've added several product images and a description of the product, shipping methods, and where they source their fish. So I actually showed you beef, but they do have seafood as well, and you can see where they source their meats from. So you want to be detailed as they have and provide sufficient information for the customer to make a buying decision. So in his book, Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion, Robert Cialdini says to include scarcity, reciprocity, authority, liking, consensus, and consistency. So therefore, you want to include as many ethical proofs as you can to help the buyer make the best buying decision. If you have testimonials, proof of credibility, a sample, or time constraints, then definitely include them on your sales page. And over time, with consistent effort, you'll be able to get traction and sales on your e-commerce website. So number 4, after you've built your website, you've loaded your products, you want to attract your visitors. So after your site is set up, it's time to get people to stop by your site. So you want to do this with a mix of traffic generation methods, and especially if you have a budget, you can use content marketing, you can use search engine optimization. You would need more of a budget for paid advertising like PPC advertising, but social media marketing is another possibility. Social media advertising, again, if you have a budget for ads, then you can run some social media ads, either on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, even YouTube. You could do live networking, and you can also do direct sales, actually physically meeting with people and introducing them to your product and services. But all of these things can bring people back to your website, because maybe because you have your website set up as your lead generation and as your lead conversion to do those functions. So I definitely recommend you checking out the Online Entrepreneur Certification at Wealthy Affiliate in order to learn how to implement these processes that I'm telling you about. With building the site, they have the site builder. They have their site builder right here, and then you have the entire Online Entrepreneur Certification, where you would learn how to build your own traffic producing website. You learn how to monetize the site, how to create valuable content that solves problems for other people. So you will learn quite a bit of information that will help you to build your e-commerce site online. So in addition to that, you'll have access to this amazing and very highly engaged community. So those are some of the benefits of going there. So after you have those steps set up, then step 5 would be to get revenue. So after you've chosen your niche, you've built your website, you've decided where to source your products, you've loaded them onto your site, and you're continually attracting visitors to your site, that's when it'll only be a matter of time before you'll start to see conversions and sales. So you want to make sure you've chosen a payment processing service and have it set up to deposit the cash into your account. And that's when you can hear the cha-ching. That's when you'll be getting that revenue into your account from your e-commerce website. So some final words. The goal of this video was to answer the question, what is an e-commerce website. And hopefully you can see that an e-commerce website is a great opportunity to make money online, and you've gotten clear directions for how to get started. So if you have any questions or concerns about this, don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section below. I would really love to help you out. And if you like to get further direction or support as you create your e-commerce business, check out Wealthy Affiliate. It's my #1 recommendation for internet marketing and the tools you need in order to start an online business. So when you check them out for free by going to howtoentrepreneur.org/wealthyaffiliate, you'll get 2 free websites, 10 free training lessons on internet marketing, and access to a community of over 1 million entrepreneurs. In addition to that, you'll also get my help with giving you advice, with helping you get through the training, helping you navigate the site, helping you decide on different things you may need to decide on as you're starting your business and really building it out. A lot of people run into different issues like, how do I speed up my site? What plugins do I use? How do I design my site nicely? How do I do graphics? There's so many questions that come up as you're building out this business. And so I definitely have experience with answering many questions, and I'd love to help you out as well to build your e-commerce website. So that's all I have for this video. I'm really hoping that it was helpful for you. I hope it introduced you to how you can create an e-commerce website and how you can start to get revenue from that. So definitely, if you haven't already, stop by How to Entrepreneur and check out my free e-course on starting and growing a business. If you're interested in starting an e-commerce site or e-commerce business, this will definitely help you with the framework to go from idea to full-time income, and from full-time income to enterprise, if that's how far you want to go. And so now it's your turn. Have you created an e-commerce site before? What was your experience? How would you answer the question, what is an e-commerce website? Leave your comments, your questions, and your concerns below. I would love to help you out. So that's all I have for you in this video, and I really hope to see you in the next one. If you like this, leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more like this, subscribe and click the bell icon. So have a great day. Bye.